Hey, I'm Mike, and welcome back to the Hangar Hideout. Well, I'm back in the garage. The new garage, which you guys haven't seen yet. Stay tuned and you'll see it. Most importantly, we're home from Streetcar Takeover in Kentucky, and we learned a lot about my car. I went from knowing about that much to I feel like I got a pretty good grasp on the things that went wrong. So if you didn't watch last episode of Recchia Racing and Streetcar Takeover, I had two major issues. My car kept shutting off, and then my lip did this to me. Rude. I know. That's rude. So today, let's reminisce on our time at Streetcar Takeover and fix these issues so that way they don't haunt us when we're at Indianapolis Streetcar Takeover. September 29th? See us there. So if you remember, this was our first issue. I think this is why my car kept shutting off. This was a professional fix that we did. My garage is like just so dirty. I gotta get this thing organized. I just moved though. Give me a break. So let's turn you over here. So if you notice, something that I never noticed is that this is not really stock. I think an issue was, one, the owner before me, which I never realized, put a post on this. It's a kind of like the screw-in post. And this guy here is super loose. I can actually take it off with my hand. So I was thinking, every time it turned off, I was in third gear. So the inertia from shifting, I think, really gummed it up. And it could have just moved it enough to shut it off and turn it back on. Also, the ground, the exact same thing. It was just super loosey-goosey.
Loosey-goosey, baby. Loosey-goosey.
If you pay attention down there, there is like a little bracket down there that is just completely missing.
Where did it go?
And that means that my battery is just not mounted down. I know it's really annoying, like I can't really put it on, but it shouldn't have fallen off. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what I got to fix my battery woes. So the battery mount is right here. This goes on the top and kind of pancakes the lip on the battery. You put the bolt in there, you put this guy on the bottom, and I think there's a nut that goes with it too. But this just clamps it down so your battery can't move up and down like mine does. Next, for the terminals, because I don't know what the exact issue is, I bought new clamps. If this doesn't work, I'm going to go back to how it was stock. Hopefully this one we could get it to clamp down a little bit more. It's just absolutely maxed out, so that's probably the reason that it's sliding off. And then, just because I got us these side terminal screws, I figured mine looked a little bit stripped. I may as well just replace that while I'm at it. Let's fix the battery, and then we'll get on to the next piece. Okay, you guys are about to watch me absolutely struggle bus through this. Actually, before I do the mount, let's disconnect the battery terminals, because that'll just buy more space. Ugh. Stay. I know I'm using all the wrong tools, but everything is pretty stripped. So I'm putting new stuff on anyways. Leave me alone. I do it my way. And my way is usually the wrong way. These out of the way. Go ahead and scootsy doodles this. Just scoot this out of the way. Excuse me, sir. I'm just going to take this clamp off now. Because why not? Look at this guy. I mean, that's as beat up as you can be. Someone destroyed this thing. I swear it wasn't me. No one's gonna believe me. Okay, with these out of the way, go ahead and mount this battery. I am gonna absolutely struggle bus because there is no room at all. So when doing this, you can honestly take the wheel well out, and then you got a really easy feel at the bottom of that bolt down there. But then you have to like jack the car up, and I'm gonna jack the car up anyway. But then I have to take the wheel out. No, I'm not doing it. All right, maybe we just go through the wheel well. Fine, you convinced me. So, not only am I in a new garage, I get a new toolbox, but, hey-o, we got ourselves some quick jacks. How many times has Reach told me to get quick jacks? Peer pressure. It's a hell of a drug, but I'm glad I caved in. So since I'm going to lift the car up for the lip anyways, I may as well just real quick take the front wheel off, take the wheel well, and then it's easy. Then it's like less frustration. And working on cars is supposed to be happy, right? Nah, it's a very angry thing. All right, let's get the car up. Okay, so another thing that Reach got me into are these race ramps. When you have a car that's way too damn low, it's just way too low. I am going to raise it back up. That's another thing. I'm going to raise this back up. But when you have quick jacks, you got to get it higher off the ground because these things don't fit. Let's get this thing up in the air. So much easier. Okay, I did the quick jacks on the wrong side. Simple mistake, beginner's error. Call it a fluke. Number like 8 on the list. Can't remember. Okay, so it's a lot more work. I guess it's not too much more work. We were going under anyways, but I want to get this tire off, this wheel off. I want to get that wheel off, and then if you go into here, then we'll have a good angle at the battery. We could be done with it. Also, you didn't see me, but I put on the new clamp. Sorry, I'm sure you knew how to do it. You don't want to see me do it. I just got a new toolbox, and it's all reorganized. I don't know where anything is. Okay, just so you know, I think I've already used like 5 things on the top 10 already. And I have number 1. I have a car. Pretty cool beans, huh? Okay, this is going to be very hard for you to see, but right here, right where my finger is, again, you can't see, so it means nothing. This is where the bottom of the that battery bracket will go. Just a quick little update. I got the battery mounted in, and fun fact, this is the one that I got in the GM kit. This is slightly different than the one I had stock. I happened to find my stock one because this did not fit. It was too fat. Now maybe it's my battery, maybe my battery's too big, but I started to sand this down a little bit and then I found my stock one, so I used my stock one. Just be warned. Next, we're gonna do the negative. So you could clearly tell which is the new, which is the old. This one has just been quite rounded, so I'm going to put a freshie in there. Let's put that in, and then let's deal with these lips. Now that we got the battery squared away, I want to get your attention to this god-awful thing right here. Now, this does serve a purpose. It feels curbs before you hit them. But other than that, I don't want it. Okay, I already took off. Game off. I can wait. Game on! Game on! If you could look at this guy right here, this is one of the corner ones, and then we have this one. This is what we installed with the ANA kit. This originally was like up here on the radiator. So this guy right here, as you could see, is quite a bit lower. That's like an inch and a half lower. So these definitely have to go. And then what we're gonna do is when we put these guys on here, there's a metal bracket behind there, and I think it bent backwards. I'm gonna try to bend it forward a little bit more because you could see that, 1, it bends a lot, and 2, this is just has been scraping against the ground so much. So if it doesn't bend back a whole lot, I'm just gonna cut the bottom off. Not too much, because we still wanna get airflow, but this has definitely gotta go. Okay, we got those corners off, and good riddance, get out of here. But if you look here, these brackets are so bent. They used to be at like about a 45-degree angle. So we're gonna bend them forward and see if we can get a little bit, not only more clearance, but this is kind of just blocking airflow to the radiator. Because if you see, let me try to get you there. If you could see, it's like cutting off some of the room. So I'm gonna bend this and then I'll get back to you. There's another airplane, by the way. It's probably like the 4th one. So I couldn't get it by hand. So I'm just gonna have to use my handy dandy notebook. Get out of here, Steve. I'm in my 30s now. Crowbar. This is not the most beautiful thing in the world, but I bent it out quite a bit. I'd say like 1.5 inches. And now, we're only like another 1.5 inches. So that's pretty good. I'm also going to raise the car back up a little bit more. So that should help too. With that bending plus raising the car up, we should be pretty cool beans. So that clears up the battery problem. We got the new clamp on. We got the new terminal bolt on. We got the, well, it's the old with the new bolt battery clamp. So this guy's not going anywhere. I raised the car up a little bit. I did 2 full turns on the front and 1.5 turns on the back to raise the height up a little bit. And I removed those corner things, those corner lips. Yeah, we'll go a corner lip. And then I bent the bracket back. So that about covers everything from Streetcar Takeover. The 2 things that really screwed me up were the battery shut off, and then that last race, the front lip turned the bulbs on for me. So that's every physical thing that it should be fixed. Hopefully the motor keeps staying strong. And the only thing we need to fix is the person behind the wheel. So I said in the beginning, and I said it in the last episode, we are going to Indianapolis Streetcar Takeover. And Reach and I are both going to be racing again. I'm super pumped. I think kind of the main things that I'm going to need to focus on are my 60-foot times. If I could get my launch good, if I could get the 60-foot times down, I think we'll be 12-0 all day long. Super pumped. Once you start, you can't stop. This is the first time I'm really like competitively racing. Not super competitive because I still like to have fun. Life's too stressful. But I want to thank you guys for coming along this journey with me. I'm excited to see all you guys at Indianapolis. And don't forget to check us out on Instagram. That's where you can keep up on all the shorts. And of course, you watch the full videos here on YouTube. Don't forget to like, of course, subscribe, and comment. Tell me things. Anything you want. How cool is my new toolbox? I'll show you that later. It'll be another episode. But I want to thank you guys for staying along this journey. And of course, I want to thank you guys for hiding out. Toodles.